reason that I mention this is something called a Google profile. How many have Google profiles? One. Okay. Do this, pay attention, put down your forks, and pay attention to this. I want you to do this afternoon. It's that important. Okay? You're going to see a lot more about this because they just got a new brand manager, who's a good friend of mine actually, just coincidentally. And so he's a great marketer. You will see a lot more about this. But it's very important, very valuable. So when you Google my name, at the bottom of the first page is a little picture of me with a link to me. Now, that's not that important for me because Ross Fishman is a fairly uncommon name. There's only 6 of us. If you have a more common name, if you have an easily misspelled name, if you have a maiden name, if you want people to find you and your name is John Smith, it's really hard if you have a fairly common name. So you'll get lots and lots of links to John Smiths all over the world. How are the people who are trying to contact you, how are they going to know which one you are? Well, it's easy because there's your picture. Okay? And very easy to fill out. So that's what it looks like. Go to google.com/profiles. And here's what it looks like. Okay? Here's my Google profile. So I've got lots of pictures. We do a lot of advertising and branding, that sort of thing. So I like to show people pictures of our previous work. And so that it allows you to link to sites that have pictures. And for those of you who do advertising for your own firms or your own companies, litigators want to have trial exhibits or things that you're proud of. You can upload those pictures because, remember, you associate those with your name and you're trying to build a brand for yourself in a particular type of litigation, for example. Associate that with your name, link to some of the pictures, and people who then want to find you can see all that stuff because, remember, it'll have a very high rank because Google likes those kinds of links. So then here's my bio. Fill it out. You can make it as long or short as you want. But what's really important about this is not only is it easy to find, but then it's really easy. It enables you to link to whatever else you want on the web. It's kind of a single repository for all the online information that you want. Every case you've handled, every appeal that's online, whatever it is that you want. So I've got my links to my website, my LinkedIn account, my Facebook account, Twitter, all the different things that I may want people to find out about me. They see my face on the first page, the bottom of the first page, whenever you conduct a search for my name. Now, if you think Fishman should be spelled with a C or 2 N's, I can add those as aliases, and you'd find them at the bottom of the first page for that too, for those of you, again, who have more difficult to spell names. SlideShare, I've uploaded some PowerPoint presentations, YouTube videos, online documents, anything that's there. If the lawyers who use JD Supra or those sorts of online tools, you can link to whatever documents you've uploaded, whatever you want, in one central place, and it's more flexible for those of you who are lawyers or marketers, the marketers who don't have bios on their firm's website. First of all, I think it's a terrible mistake, but regardless, this gives you a way to control your data. For lawyers who want more flexibility in the biographies that they have than the firm's website permits, here's a way to take charge of all of that information in one central place. Okay? And for pictures or other visual aids of any sort, you can upload them to Flickr or Picasa. So let's say you click on that, and you would go to here. Here's Flickr, and it's got all stuff. All of this is very, very easy to use. It should if this takes you 10 minutes, it shouldn't. Let's just say it shouldn't. So I think all this stuff is very important. Here's an example. A friend of mine, Sally King, one of the smartest, most accomplished women I know. She's amazing. She's wonderful. COO of the American Lawyer previously, COO of a law firm called Schlieb, VP of Verizon. She's now a COO of Clifford Chance, an extremely accomplished woman with an unfortunately common name. I didn't realize it was that common. I was giving a speech. She was in the audience. I Googled her and couldn't find her. Couldn't find her. So here's what happens if you Google her name. There are 2 people who, so none of those are her. But down here are some people named Sally King have Google profiles. Let's look at them. We have Bruce and Sally Witt and Joseph King, who calls himself Sally. This one spells Sally with 3 L's, and this one is a professional sarcasmatologist who's ranked more highly in Google than Sally King, the former COO of the American Lawyer. Here he is. Other names he goes by, Your Honor, greatest bow, Sally. Smurfs and Polly Pockets, and yet he's ranked more highly than Sally King, the COO of Clifford Chance, because they have Google profiles. Do this now, fill this out, do this afternoon. The marketers here, every single lawyer in your firm, I think, should have a Google profile. Every single one.